Hi, my name's Keith and I'm a minimalist collector. I've been on a slow living path for about 5 years and a minimalist path for about 6 months. In the house that I share with my wife, most of the house is fairly minimal and most of the shared spaces are kept quite simple and tidy. But I've always had one room in the house that was my home office, the space that I could do anything I wanted in and decorate any way I wanted and just go nuts. And for a long time I actually enjoyed having it being an incredibly distracting space because distraction got my mind out of my head basically. In the past 6 months I have wanted to change that and make it a much more functional, focused area. So now that I'm a few months into this, I thought I would share with you a work in progress of this space and give a little bit of a tour, and then in about 6 months I'll come back to that. And I also have some photos. I'm going to show those first of this room kind of over time. So starting from about the time we moved in, and then there's a couple of photos that are kind of panoramics of this room over the years. I wanted to give you kind of a warts and all look at my home office, which I've nicknamed the Booster Cave. It may quickly become obvious. I'm a bit of a fan of Booster Gold, so all of these are original art pieces. None of these are prints. I have a collection of Lego minis. This was a gift when I worked at the theater. I worked in a live theater for 9 years. And I'm getting there as far as reducing to a little bit of my fandoms. Booster Gold obviously has not been purged. My Batman Superman collection could use a bit of thinning. Other things are starting to get there as far as thinning them out. Now this one, clearly this has not been touched. This is my Cantina collection. The comic book collection that you see here is about 1/3 to 1/2 of what it was when I started my minimalism journey about 6 months ago. Again, original art. I made a decision quite a while ago that to get rid of prints, the Andy Warhol quote here being the exception to that rule. Several of these are gifts from friends, and many of them are produced by friends. There's one print left there. The Punisher is still a print. This is a collection of autograph books. I might show you that in more detail. I have a pretty extensive Friday the 13th collection. That one has not been touched yet as far as minimizing. A little shrine there to the late great Adam West. I made these a little while ago. I got these at just an office supply, and they're a magazine holder, so I can put a stack of comic books in them. These are all autographed comics that I kept, and that way, just as I get tired of some, I can flip this along, change what I'm displaying, and just freshen up the room very quickly and easily. It stores all of my books easily. Now this is another work in progress. This had been more of a display shelf. The top two shelves were all pop figures, almost all of which have been minimized over the course of the past 6 months. And this is the eBay store. This had actually been completely full of DVDs and Blu-rays up until February, about 4 months ago. The top two shelves, 1.5 shelves, are still DVDs, Blu-rays that we kept. Everything else is actually turned into the eBay shop. So packing supplies, empty boxes. These are things that are currently on sale. These are things that are about to go on sale. Packing supplies, empty boxes. This is a bit of a display. I used to have a lot of things posted on this, and I've been slowly chipping away at it. Again, original art on the walls. And then, kind of the elephant in the room is my incredibly extensive Jawa collection. I will be doing that last. I've decided a long time ago that if I'm sentimental about anything, I'm sentimental about my Jawa collection. Many of them are gifts. Several of these pieces are original works of art, so it'll be some tricky one, and that'll be a separate video for sure. This was our dresser in the bedroom for quite a while, and it's been filled with office supplies and all sorts of odds and ends. I don't even know what's in some of the drawers, so I'm also doing a separate video that will be going through drawer by drawer and ultimately getting rid of this dresser so that I can really open up. And back to my target range. One last thing to show you is this is what minimizing looks like day to day. So boxes of books that are going to go to a comic sale, a box of odds and ends that's going to a sale, some things that keep coming in and out of storage as I decide what I'm going to do with them, a tablet that's going to be sold. These boxes, these little crates are going to be used for my dresser thing. And if you read my blog on how a stack of 78 RPM records led me to minimalism, I'll link that in the show notes. These are the 78s. So thanks for watching. I wanted you to have an idea of what the room was like currently so that I can come back to that in a few months. And also there's a couple of projects in this room that I think are more meaningful to watch once you've actually seen how it fits together. So I mentioned a couple that I'm coming back to, and until then, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please visit my website, ilikehelping.com. I put new posts up there in blog form on Wednesdays. New videos go up on Saturdays. And there's a few show links you can click right below in the show notes. And subscribe. I've got a few subscribers already. It's quite nice that people jumped on board really quickly, and I hope that you get value out of what I'm doing. Thanks very much. We'll see you next time.